I want to take a chance to hold on. Hold on. I got to throw in the Pistons buffs. You see these? Get a camera close up on the Pistons. I got to throw these on for this one. I got to shout out a legend who's been doing this thing for about 50 years now. He's called about 4,000 Pistons games. He's seen 3 championships in the mix. Lord knows he don't seen some losing lately. But hey, we in the last year, this past season, he's got to see some more winning than the last probably 15 years total. But hey, no biggie there. Like I said, this man has seen pretty much any player whose jersey retired by the Pistons. He saw him play. What else? I already mentioned he called 4,000 games. He's been doing it 50 years. Mr. Count That Baby in the Foul. Mr. Lays It Up, Lays It In. Mr. Welcome to another exciting night of NBA basketball. I'm talking about the one and only George Blaha, the legend. Everybody who's listening to this grew up listening to George Blaha. Let's get that cleared up, right? That man is a legend. And I want to shout out George right now because it was just announced over All-Star Weekend. He is going into the Naismith Hall of Fame, the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. He is going in with the Curt Gowdy Award, which goes to broadcasters. So this man is basically being said when it comes to basketball broadcasters, he's the elite of the elite, which he most definitely is. I'm mad it took this long. I'll hit the mic and everything. But let's talk about George. George deserves this. You know what George doesn't deserve? You Pistons fans who slander him on Twitter during every single game the minute he makes some kind of mistake. I'm over it. So what if it's a tomahawk, he calls it a windmill? So what? Somebody does throw down the alley-oop and he's not that excited about it. The man is how old? The man's been doing it how long? Cut him some slack. If George says it's a windmill and it's a tomahawk, doggone it, it's a windmill. And vice versa. I don't want George to go. I want George Blaha to announce as many basketball games as he wants. The man don't had health issues over the past few years. I'm thinking, okay, he's about to call it a career any minute. He's still going. And that's what I love about George, because he loves the team that you and me love. Because if you listening to this, you're probably a Pistons fan too. And you love them. Just like I love them. Maybe more or less, but that's besides the point right now. Because I don't know who you are that's listening. Maybe I love them more. But hey, let's forget all that. George Blaha loves my team. And I will always respect that. Again, when's the last time the Pistons won a playoff game? 2008? You mean to tell me in 17 years, he hasn't seen a playoff win? He's seen, 3 playoff appearances since? And he still ain't quit? Imagine you ain't seen your team that you don't see win 3 championships and win a playoff game in 17 years. And you've been doing it for almost 50. You'd be like, look, dog, I don't seen it all. He saw the worst losing streak in NBA history last season and still said, y'all know what? I'm going to come back. If that ain't a legend right there. But I don't like it how y'all talk about him, say grandpa need to hang it up. No, he don't. Let him be. That man the GOAT. He going to retire on his terms. So when George says he's done, that's when he say he's done. I don't want y'all pushing him out the door, though. And don't get it twisted. George Blaha still about that action. Ha! Ha! Because he don't, anytime the Pistons got to a scuffle this season, George let it know his feelings. He talked about Philly. He said, I love Philly food. I don't like the fans. He talked about Tristan Thompson, talking about why is Tristan Thompson running his mouth. This the most minutes he's probably played all month. Better yet, this the most minutes he don't played all year. Tyrese Halliburton got to talking. That Halliburton just never shuts up. All he does is talk and instigate. Let's go back to the infamous moment when LeBron James elbowed Isaiah Stewart. Oh, if you listen to that broadcast, Blaha was hot. He was hot at LeBron. Talking about James started it. He turned to the Jim Ross for a minute. James started it. So I'm not about to push George Blaha out the door because that man don't deserve that. I told y'all he a legend. If George want to call a windmill a tomahawk and a tomahawk a windmill, if it ain't he can do whatever he pleases because I'm going to still listen. I'm still riding with him because he riding with my team. And if you riding with my team, I'm riding with you. And that's just the way it's going to be. George Blaha, a legend. Y'all not going to kick him out the door. And he said what he said.